new attitude, new year. Welcome, guys. Today we're going to be talking about, of course, Chroma. This will be a Chroma / Chroma Prime build. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to show you what he's possibly capable of, and then I'll show you guys the build, explain why, show you guys a little bit of math involved, and why I love Chroma. But first, let's explain his abilities. We got Spectral Scream. It's pretty standard. You scream and as you saw. So you get Elemental Ward. This little thing here is really what's gonna mostly give you a little bit of a bonus. So based off of his energy color, it's going to give you one of 4 special effects. It's going to give you either A, Fire, which is going to be red energy color, which is going to give you bonus health. Blue is going to give you more shields. Green is going to give you faster reload speed and add a little more damage to your attacks. Corrosive damage, if I remember right. And then white or black will give you ice, which is what I'm running now. It gives you this neat little aura looking thing here. This adds on additional armor. This works wonderful with his 3rd ability, which is called Vex Armor. And then his 4th ability is this thing, his Effigy. So for those who don't know Chroma, that's a quick Chroma rundown. Let's get to the testing here for you. Now I'm gonna run 5 corrupted bombards. Do 1 heavy gunner, 4 butchers, 2 lancers. That should be more than enough. All level 125. Now, for those who don't know Chroma, I'm going to tell you guys 5 Chroma tips at the very end of this. First of which I'm showing you now. So, key thing here, make sure you run Vex Armor until you get your full buff, and then you pop your Elemental Ward after the fact. Don't do it any sooner. That's actually what's going to make you even more tankier than what you're technically supposed to be. Is your Elemental Ward, after they changed Chroma, Elemental Ward never used to stack. Now it does stack. Because before, Chroma wouldn't even be able to survive something like this. Now you can. The trick to running Chroma is when even if your Vex Armor isn't all the way up, when you pop that, repop that. That allows you to keep on your numbers, and also, Generic, this is another tip here. I might as well just tell you guys the tips as I'm going through here. So Generic, that's the one thing you really need for Chroma. Generic or Vazarin, depending on your personal preference. If you run Vazarin, you're going to want to change the build I have a little bit. Or you actually might want to run my damage build versus my tank build. Remember, always keep your Vex Armor up. That is key. Your Vex Armor goes down, you're dead. And I think that's all of them. But just be on the safe side. Pop my Elemental Ward. Remember, always keep those 2 abilities up at any given time, no matter what you're doing. Because those abilities is what keeps him alive. No matter which Elemental Ward you're running. Fire, Ice, Electric, Corrosive, doesn't matter. Those 3, 4 elements is what's going to keep you alive. So, as you guys saw, those are level 125s. Let me show you guys something a little cool that I found out recently. If you have a high enough armor, and also his buff, the way it works is Elemental Ward reflects, if it's ice, it's going to reflect damage, right? Well, if you have enough damage, or enough damage reflection, you can literally reflect bombard blasts right back at them, making bombards easy as pie. Literally. These guys are a nightmare for Chroma and any other tank, specifically Neza and Chroma entirely. These guys right here are just hell itself. But remember, always keep your elemental ward up. Because if you don't have your elemental ward up, you're going to lose some of the reflective damage. And that actually is what's going to keep you alive for a lot of good chunk, because it's not actually the armor from Vex armor that really is going to keep you alive. It's mostly going to be the elemental ward. Mostly due to the fact that it reflects damage. That damage reflected is going to reflect a lot of bullets. Mostly, in this build, it's going to be about 50% of them. And that's kind of like the perfect thing right there, 50%. You don't want anything higher than that, because then this is one of three things is going to happen. One, you're not going to get your Vex armor as high as you want it when you're fully buffed. Here's a scenario, and this is why I say keep elemental ward around 50 to 60%. You don't want to go any higher than that or any lower than that, because then you're going to have some Vex armor issues. Let's say you're running a void mission, right? Your Vex armor is fully buffed, but what ends up happening, you get a relic bonus on Chroma. What's the relic bonus do per chance? It boosts all of your stats. So you're going to get higher Vex armor, higher Fury. Well, guess what? Even after that void relic bonus wears off, Chroma still has his buff. With Vex armor being the way it is, you can keep recasting Vex armor to keep that buff on him. Therefore, expending more resources to keep it on, but also expanding the fact that you are now even more tankier than you were before. A little thought to keep on, guys. Keep that in your back of your head. So here's the build. So we got Rejuvenation, Power Drift, Fleeting for efficiency, Narrow-minded for duration, Steel Fiber, Vitality, Blind Rage, Intensify, Armor, Agility, and Prime Continuity. Now, you can run the Umbral mods on them. There is an Umbral build, but I don't recommend it unless you're going after sentient farming, unless you plan to run for Broken War. Now, if you guys want to know how to run Broken War, check out my live stream with SNK. We are running for Broken War. But in order to run for Broken War, you've got to basically hit the sentients with a sword, get the, I think it was like the Contalist or something like that, just spawn on Lua, and then you kill that. In whichever way you want. The easiest way is with your Tenno. Anyhow, so the reason why this guy is so tanky is because of how I always had my two abilities casted. That's why I have as high efficiency as I do. Just a little bit above normal. Now the main reason why I don't want more efficiency is because of what's called the strength to armor percentage. Right? Even though I have lower power strength because I have higher armor, it allows me to have more armor entirely. Perfect example. If you have 1,000% and you're timesing it by 100, right? You're going to get the same, 1,000% times 100 is going to equal the same as 200 times 500%. Because you're doubling the base. So guys, that's the build. I actually had to do some editing on the video because it was way too long. But, that's the build, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. I do have a second build, but that's going to be a different video entirely. So, like, comment, and subscribe below. Also, what's your favorite Chroma build? What's your favorite Warframe entirely? And if you do like Chroma, if Chroma's your favorite, why is it your favorite? What build do you like to run? I like to run tank. Do you like to run fire, electric, ice, or even corrosive? Let me know in the comments below.